Maybe you should pull the fucking trigger.
Pull the trigger. Ain't nobody gonna do.
What up, guys, and welcome to another edition of BrownBoys Talk Footy. I'm here with your narrator and host, Rohan Ramakrishnan, as well as Dan, the cameraman, Zorawar, and Karan Jain. And thankfully, Vyoam isn't here because he reads off pages. So, anyways, now as we're starting,
Wait, just wait. Can we
You're-
just take a moment
you're not much
to
better.
appreciate that accent? I'm sure it took you forever to come up with, so good job. Anyways,
that was irrelevant.
sure.
It's probably something you learn in South India.
Really, you want to go right now, Ramadan? Anyways, as we're saying, Karan, start.
So I
Yeah.
think all of us can agree that Uruguay will come first.
Yeah, I think Suarez, Cavani, they have a pretty
Yeah.
good deadly strike force.
Yeah,
And Cody
they
and
have some
Jimenez at the back.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then Egypt and Russia, I heard there was a bit of a debacle against there.
Yeah.
Actually, Karan and I think Egypt is going to qualify, but Zorawar
And I-
Zorawar
and I
some
think-
heated things that Russia might make the second spot.
Yeah,
So
just
would you
because
care
the
to
race.
tell us about it?
Not just because they're racist, they're the host nation, so they have their fan support. Many of their players play in the Russian league, so they play in these kind of conditions and these stadiums, and also where the fans are notoriously racist, so that might kind of rile up the Egyptian players. So for those reasons, I think Russia will finish second.
Rawat,
Yes.
last time a team like Russia hadn't qualified before this. Last time this happened was with South Africa, and even they didn't qualify.
I think we
So-
can agree
But that was
Russia is
South
a far
Africa.
better team
You
than South
can't-
Africa.
You can't compare South Africa to
Yes.
Russia.
Yeah, but South Africa beat
South
beat
Africa had
France.
the
Nevertheless-
Shabalabala.
Well, you
South
know, one of the
Africa-
main reasons why I'd say Egypt is going to qualify is because they had an impeccable qualification with 4 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss, right? And basically, even they didn't have as tough as a group as like Nigeria or other countries, but they still had Ghana in their group, which is a very strong nation, as we
Yeah,
all
but
know.
I think they're
Capable.
overly reliant on Mohammad Salah, who they'll probably miss for the first match. And when he comes back, he's probably not going to be fully match fit. They might not be able to fire on all cylinders.
But like, there's one more thing about Russia. They've never really performed well when it comes to the World Cup, right? Even though
Neither
like
are Egypt, Slovakia.
It's the Paruski method.
Danish,
They don't work well together.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to
but the
say.
thing is that say that Egypt is just reliant on Salah. However, in 6 games of qualification, they just conceded 4 goals. I mean, the quality isn't as good, but the point is that the defense can be relied on as well.
are we talking about
Okay,
Egypt or
fair
Russia?
enough. I
Egypt,
think let's
Egypt.
agree Egypt finished
Russia
second.
didn't go for qualifications.
Fair
Wait.
enough. Okay, Egypt
So you-
finished second.
Yeah, okay, let's move on to Group.
Okay, Group B.
Move on to Group B.
For Group B, you guys said Spain and Portugal to finish second, first and
Yeah,
second.
I think
but
that's pretty. It's going to come down to a game between Spain and Portugal. And
No, I
even,
think
I
Portugal and
should
Iran is going to have like a big thing coming up as well, right?
yeah, I think Danish had a few interesting observations about Iran.
I still think Iran will finish
No,
second.
but like we all know
Uh,
Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo, as well as they have several backup players. That's better than most of the Iran squad. They have Rui Patricio, one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. Then they also have
Rafael Guerrero. one of-
Rafael Guerrero. They have Pepe, a strong center back. Then they also have Bernardo Silva, strong wingers. So basically, Portugal is more than a one-man squad. I think it actually has some great squad depth when it comes to it.
They also have an interesting player, Ronnie Lopez. He plays in Monaco. He's supposed to have had a really good season. So
Yeah.
he
He's
could also
supposed to
be
be
a
like
good player.
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. So even though Bernardo Silva hasn't played as much this year,
But
Ronnie
he's still-
Lopez could have a good impact.
And guys, Morocco is really
But-
fucking irrelevant. So we can just
Yeah,
put
no
them
one-
in third.
no one
But,
really
but the
cares.
thing about Portugal is they don't have Diogo Dalot.
Who?
Yes, they definitely missed out on the
Oh, yeah,
Manchester
that guy.
United superstar.
United fans.
Never mind. So I think
Worst
we agree
transfer.
Spain to top the group and Portugal to finish second, even
And
if
I-
that's on goal difference, because Spain
Yeah.
Portugal could realistically be a draw.
We basically agree that Portugal and Iran is going to be one of the deciding factors.
Yeah,
that
it
come to
could be a close
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Whoever wins
Whoever wins that
is
match
gonna
has
finish
strong
second.
chance qualification. So we move on to Group C.
Yeah.
So in Group C, we universally agree that France is going to come first. But we have like a lot of arguments over who's going to come second. It's between Denmark and Peru. So Karan and I both think that Peru is going to come second, whereas Zorawar and Danish both think that Denmark is going to finish second. So do you guys like to start on why
Yeah,
you think?
so the main argument for Denmark is they have players who played in Europe's top leagues and have established themselves. They have Christian Eriksen, one of the most creative players, Christensen, one of Chelsea's arguably best players in the first half of the season, Kasper Schmeichel, and Kasper Dolberg,
Casper
who could be a
Dolberg.
breakout star this year in the World Cup. So I think based on their star quality, they could probably finish second in the group.
No, one more thing about Peru, which I think really gives them the edge, is that they finished fifth in their CONMEBOL group, which is pretty impressive considering they have a lot of big teams like Brazil, Uruguay, etc. They also finished ahead of Chile by goal difference, which was, even though it's by goal difference, it's still an impressive factor as Chile is one of the really dominant teams. They won the Copa America about 3 years
Twice
back.
in a row.
Yeah, exactly. And furthermore, Peru is like, even though they don't have a lot of big superstars, like
Furthermore,
even though they don't have a lot of big superstars like Denmark do, they still have a lot of great players. Jefferson Farfan, for example, he spent a lot of time at Schalke, and like he's very experienced when it comes to participating in all these tournaments. He's played in the Champions League before. Paulo Guerrero, despite the fact he's a notorious drug abuser and one of the
And a cheap, but yeah,
yeah,
go on.
and like a typical South American, he's still like
ooh,
he's still like really one of the most important players. He's their captain. Now that apparently he's cleared in some way or the other, like despite doing cocaine, he's still sent to the World Cup, whatever illegal drugs he does. So like
Probably played FIFA or something.
not the first South American to do
typical.
so. Maradona.
Oh,
So anyways, yeah, Paulo Guerrero is going to make a great impact now that he's back. And lastly, Andre Carrillo. He's again one of Premier League's only representatives in Peru, but I still think he can make a
wait,
great
what? What team does he play for?
Watford.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, so I still think he can make a big impact if he's given the chance to shine. So
Um,
based on Peru's like, oh yeah, Karan, go ahead.
Also, one more thing, like Zorawar said that Denmark have a lot of quality. However, sometimes the team chemistry seems to matter more than the quality because I was recently reading about this 2002 French squad who had the top scorers of three of the leagues and yet they failed to score a single goal. So that just shows
But
that
you got it off Instagram, Reddit.
Yeah, man.
I did.
Go try to make yourself sound smart again.
Yeah, but at the same time, Denmark don't have like that Thierry Henry or the world class talent. They have a lot of established players.
That
Michael
just
and
makes it worse for them.
no, I mean they do have really good players, and their team chemistry isn't going to be like that bad considering that they did qualify for the World
But
Cup.
they like barely qualified compared to Peru, who, as Rohan said, had a much tougher group with teams
Yeah,
like
but you
this.
can only beat what's put in front of you, right? Denmark had it
Yeah,
easier
and
group.
Yeah,
Let's
but
just
they still
agree
came
that we're
second.
gonna
To
decide.
Poland, who are 8th in the FIFA rankings, Karan. I think you should remember that.
FIFA ranking is so relevant.
Just saying.
Lewandowski scored 10 goals in
That's about-
qualifications. So Poland was just
Okay, so
out of
maybe
the
we
world.
leave the Denmark Peru decision to later. Let's move on to Group D.
Sure.
Group D, I think we all agreed that Croatia
Yeah,
will be
honestly,
first.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
mean-
Argentina will struggle to qualify.
Argentina's form is relatively shoddy. They've relied on Messi. Croatia's a solid team inside out. They'll finish first for sure.
Yeah.
So
I
Even I
still
agree
think Argentina.
big thing
on
about who's going to come second. So I actually have an interesting thing. I feel like Nigeria is going to come second because like they had this really impressive qualification campaign. They beat the current leaders of Africa, which is Cameroon. They also decimated Algeria, and they finished first with like relatively no errors except for one loss on the thing. And so I think Nigeria is going to make a big impact. They have a lot of players who've like had Premier League experience
their
and
kit is
European
amazing.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, also.
Yeah,
They
that
want
isn't gonna
sexy
win
kid,
them
man.
games.
Shut up, man.
Yeah.
They want sexy kid. So that's probably that's not like one of the main reasons, but I think Nigeria is just a solid team inside out. And
Alex
they'll-
Iwobi could really break out this year at the World Cup.
yeah, and like our
Yeah.
boy Victor Moses.
Yeah, Victor Moses could have a really impressive campaign.
Plus
I
I
think Argentina will
like
finish.
Messi's like 5'6".
But
Um,
No, I think Argentina will finish second.
yeah, I think
You-
just
you-
based off Messi, he'll drag them through.
wait.
and not just that. If you look at Argentina's defense, yeah, it's pretty weak, and yeah, United's second choice goalie is their first choice.
And he's not even
keeper.
going to the World
But
Cup.
who?
Romero, he's injured, isn't he?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
injured.
Yo,
That's a
wait,
big
Romero's
loss.
not going to the World Cup?
Yeah,
he's
he got
injured.
injured.
Man, United
Probably
The United
Geronimo
fans
Rulli
must be
then.
pissed off.
Why no one likes Romero?
No, we've got Marcos Rojo in defense.
Hi, Marcus Rojo. He can't even play for United.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't make it into Manchester United's backline. That's how bad he is.
That just proves Argentina's team if you take players like Marcus Rojo, man.
And
No, but like
also,
they still have like Otamendi, who is a good
Yeah, but-
player.
but
It
he's
seemed like-
overrated this season.
I mean,
He has
you
to
wouldn't see
play
Italy.
against-
Yeah, you wouldn't
He has
see Italy taking Matteo Darmian. That's the thing.
I think you will.
I think Italy would have taken Darmian, to be fair.
That's
yeah.
just sad if they would have.
Yeah, he's a terrible footballer.
What fullbacks apart from Florenzi do Italy have? Like good fullbacks.
Okay, I think we're deviating from the topic. Do we think
Yeah.
Argentina or
Wait,
Nigeria?
I think Iceland will be second.
But,
That's
Oh,
good.
wow.
Where
outside
did
sources.
Iceland come from, bro?
Because Iceland topped the group with Croatia in it. So yeah,
That's your only argument.
yeah. But plus Euro
They don't
20
have any good
that
players.
Iceland
Even Sigurdsson struggled in the league.
Yeah,
does league
like
form
Sigurdsson
matter for
is-
the national team?
Oh, that's a good point. But like, you know how out of form Sigurdsson is, and he spent the last couple months with an injury.
But
right?
Iceland and just Sigurdsson is.
He's been playing with Sam Allardyce. So you know how
Yeah.
much his form has taken.
Yeah,
Bro,
and they have a
Iceland,
Do you really
dentist.
think Finn Borgertson
Have a
will do
dentist
something?
manager in Iceland. So
Yes.
Iceland pretty much is only Sigurdsson, right? Who else do we
Yeah,
have?
No, they do have Goodmanson also. He's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
And Finn Borgertson.
But I think
Just love
I
that
think we
name.
voted Argentina to be second since me and Danish both
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
both
yeah.
So-
irrelevant United fans. Go ahead.
And Nigeria
Cuddle
fourth.
buddies, bro.
I think Nigeria third
I'm saying
and Iceland fourth.
Yeah, Nigeria third.
But
Nigeria
I think
third.
this will be the closest group. I think Argentina
This
will
will be-
probably get out with maybe 3 points or 4 points.
I still feel like.
I honestly think Nigeria fourth, but
Yeah,
alright.
even I think Nigeria fourth.
Now wait, Zoe, what do you think?
I would say Iceland fourth.
Yeah, okay. So do you want to
It's
come
two.
back to this then?
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
It's third and
Doesn't
fourth.
matter.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it's irrelevant.
Okay, Group E.
I think we all agree Brazil to top the group, probably.
Brazil top and
Serbia
then
second.
Switzerland second.
Serbia
I thought
second.
Switzerland second.
No, not at all.
Serbia.
I would say
Serbia second.
Serbia.
Serbia.
I would say Serbia as well.
Really? I would have said
Yeah.
Switzerland. though.
They have Matic.
I'd say
Milinkovic,
Costa
Savic.
Rica.
Third.
Costa Rica.
Oh, you
third.
guys really hate Switzerland, right?
I just,
No,
yeah.
Switzerland.
Switzerland don't
No,
have
they
any
have Granit
players.
Xhaka. That's how bad they are.
Bro, they have Shaqiri. He's got that sexy bicycle kick 2 years ago. What if he
Yeah.
does that again?
Yeah, but
2 years ago.
He's currently a championship player.
yeah.
He's not going to stay at Stoke. No one stays at Stoke.
Liverpool are apparently
Wait,
interested.
did Vyoam say Stoke is going to get relegated?
Who cares what he said? He just read off some article. Okay, so
I predicted 2 out of those.
No,
three.
I still say that Switzerland's going to make top 3. You can put Costa Rica.
wait, I think
All right,
Well, we-
that's still irrelevant. Put Switzerland third.
yeah, let's put Costa Rica last.
I actually think Costa Rica third, but
I think that's irrelevant, Danish.
Third or fourth. Group F.
okay. Group
I
F.
think
Germany
Germany
first.
top
first.
group, yeah. Quite
Us.
comfortably.
Second, I
Mexico
think
second.
Mexico as well.
Yeah, I think Mexico.
Yeah,
Mexico
Yes,
were really strong attack this time.
and South Korea third.
No,
No,
I think
Sweden to be
Sweden.
third, yeah.
Sweden. They were.
Sweden.
Yeah. I think they have
All right.
decent players. Group G. I think we can all agree England to top the group. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
actually
no.
think England
I
will
think- I
top.
think
No,
it's
seriously though.
Belgium.
Gareth
Belgium.
Southgate, man. Managerial
Seriously
genius.
though, I think England will
This
top.
is the group of meme manager Roberto
No, we have to
Martinez.
look at England's midfield. They took one of the worst midfields I could possibly say. There's a direct dearth of creativity other than like Dele Alli, right? They're just going to be holding
I
the
can,
whole
I can,
attack.
Yeah, and
No,
Del
I
Alli is
can
basically
see
a
in-
second striker these days.
So what I think that England is going to do, right? They're just going to play like a lot of like 0-0 draws or 1-0 draws, and like they're not going to be that
I think
attacking
that's
as
going to
usual.
benefit
So.
them. I think
yeah, I actually think against Belgium they're gonna score in like the 90th minute.
I could see
No,
Phil
I,
Jones scoring the winner. Quite honestly,
dude, I hate every single United fan, man. Stop
Yeah.
riding Jones.
I'm joking. I honestly don't think England are going to finish.
Basically, what I think
My
is
God.
I think they
I
will.
would die.
I think they
first. I'm
will.
not that dumb, okay?
It's Belgium first, dude.
Yeah.
We all know
Yeah.
how strong Belgium is.
Belgium,
yeah.
even if
This
they
is
draw
not
against
really
England,
different.
their goal difference will be much higher because England can't score goals. Let's be real.
I think it's England first. Like I'm gonna make some controversial
Yeah.
stuff.
Never know. You
Like,
might be right or you might
like-
not be completely.
Belgium
Never know.
irrelevant.
All right, third Tunisia, Panama.
I guess
Both.
Panama.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Group H.
Probably
This
beat
is
that.
another interesting group.
Poland
Colombia
first.
I would
Yeah.
say
Colombia first,
Poland
yeah.
to go first.
Poland first.
That's
Have you seen the
What's your
qualifications?
justification
Robert
for-
Lewandowski scored.
Yeah,
Yeah,
again,
that's
so you're
about
just saying
goals.
Poland is a one-man team in that case, right?
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing about Poland. Consider last time they relied on Robert Lewandowski, he scored like 2 goals in the entire tournament. So yeah,
Wait, so KJ, are you for Colombia or Poland?
first
Who do you think is going to come first, Karan?
Colombia.
So even I'm saying Colombia in this case.
Yeah,
I
Because-
think Poland, honestly. They did
Yeah,
tremendously
Poland.
well in qualifying, and you have to go off the record there. That's a good benchmark for the World Cup. And the fact that South American teams don't do that well in Europe. So,
Again, when we were
that
discussing Denmark, right? Denmark and Poland had the same group, and they had like probably the weakest group, which is Group E.
Yeah, but
Montenegro,
they
Romania,
still top that,
Armenia.
didn't they?
That's
You
not-
can only beat what's in
That's
front
no
of you.
real achievement, dude. Probably like Slovenia. could
But
top that.
Armenia has the Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Okay, never mind.
What's with
okay,
this?
now
irrelevant-
stop going to.
Fine. I'll concede if Colombia top this group if you said Denmark second the other one.
Nah. That's impossible.
You have to give us one, dude. You
KJ?
can't get
Wow.
both.
Wait, let's analyze it. Which one makes more sense to give them?
Who do you predict to be second?
This one.
Yeah,
Well, then
It's a
we can.
Poland, Colombia, or Colombia, Poland. I don't really.
I mean, Poland are strong, but I think like their ratings and stuff are a bit like hyperbolated. It's just based on their
Ooh,
current.
hyperbole. Oh, nice English there. I think Colombia, Poland top this group, and Denmark to come second in Group
Wait,
C.
how about we come back to that? Let's finish off Japan and Senegal then.
I think.
yeah.
Senegal.
Senegal third, Japan fourth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Senegal ahead of Japan. Let's just keep that third and fourth. So first, you want to finish off Peru and Denmark?
Okay. How about Colombia, Poland in this group, and then Denmark, Peru in the other one? Or
Yeah. Or the other
no,
way
I still
around.
Yeah, I think
I still feel like Peru is going to take the edge over Denmark.
No.
So wait,
So do Peru and
okay, I think
Yeah.
Peru Denmark is going to be a long debate. Why don't we finish off Group H first in that case?
so you can have Colombia, Poland here if you want.
No,
No,
you
the
guys,
other way-
you guys take Poland. Give us some. You give us Peru. Qualifying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
it.
Let's go.
We're doing the group stages as well.
Knockout
I mean the
stages, yeah.
knockouts.
Bro, even I can score the winner against Tunisia.
Okay.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't run.
At least I can finish.
You know, there's
Oh,
a reason. No, you can't. No, you can't. There's a reason you're in goal.
Yeah. I mean, Danish, have you really?
I've seen you run. It looks like you're gonna fall.
I'm pretty sure I ran faster
most
than
of
you,
the
Danish.
No, Rohan,
No, you
we've
don't.
all seen you run. It's kind of funny.
You see me run like 3
Yeah.
years ago.
No, I've seen you run recently, but it's pretty funny.
When was this recent?
I've seen you run, bro. It's pretty funny.
When was this recent? Other than
You run sometimes in PE, okay? It's really simple.
Whenever Ananya was there.
Oof.
it's really necessary, Manjari.
Manish,
What's the beat?
Manish, never forget.
Wait, so which girl is it anyways? Avishya, man.
We're not gonna put that in the video.
It'll go on the bloopers section. We'll tell Aryaman.
You know they're both dating boys in 9th grade despite you asking them out.
Oof.
Yes.
I never asked.
Bro,
them.
you tried to cuddle both of them, man. Don't even get me on this.
No.